Good morning, everyone. I am Miss Reena Ganpati, and once again I am back with my new video. Hope you all are safe. So, today my new video is based on some of the common errors which we make in English. So, according to research, India has the second highest number of English speaking population. So, we can say English is the second language of communication in India. So, in a country where many regional languages are used, lot of errors creep into the grammar and vocabulary of an average speaker. So, writing and speaking English as a non-native speaker has its own set of problems. Grammatical errors come in many forms and confuse and obscure the meaning. Writing and speaking in English as non-native speaker has its own set of problems. Grammatical errors come in many forms and confuse and obscure the meaning. So, in my video today, let me highlight the common errors we make while speaking in English.
So let us begin by discussing our first error. So many people are seen using past form of the verb with the auxiliary verb did. So keep in mind, when we use auxiliary verb did, we should not use the past form of the verb. For example, the error I am going to highlight: I didn't work for you. I didn't worked for you. Now we have used here didn't, D-I-D-N apostrophe T, that is a negative form of did. So but when we have used did, we should not use past form of the verb. Like here we have used W-O-R-K-E-D. So that is wrong, because did itself is doing the work of past tense. So the auxiliary verb did, it is doing the work of past tense. So we should not use the past tense of the verb. So the sentence will be incorrect. So the correct sentence should be I didn't work, W-O-R-K. I didn't work for you. So I didn't work for you. I didn't bring, not I didn't brought. I didn't eat, not I didn't ate. So these are the very common mistake which generally we see. So moving to second, generally we have seen even many celebrities, even many professionals and all, when they are giving introduction to themselves, they are using myself. So that is wrong. For example, if I say myself Reena, so actually myself, it is a reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun means we see our reflection in the mirror. In the same manner here I would like to explain, myself is Reena. Reena and myself are both same people. So myself Reena, that is a wrong way of introduction, because myself is a reflexive pronoun. How can we use reflexive pronoun before the noun? So you have to say I am Reena. So that is a correct way. Generally we can see many people, even the celebrities and all, when we see they themselves using myself, then we feel that if celebrities are using, so many famous educated people are using, so that means it is correct. But actually it is wrong. We should say when we are giving introduction, I am Reena or I am whatever you are. So moving to third error. Now we have seen many people, when they are using the word request, see request itself says, highlights please and all. So with request we should not use please. You know, many times during anchoring and all, many people use such. For example, see, suppose we are asking the guest to sit. So we will say, I request you to please take your seat. Now see, already you said request. Now I request you, it is an indirect form. So when we are saying request, we don't have to use the word please. So we should say, I request you to take your seat. If you want to say please, you should not say request. For example, please take your seat. Directly you will look at that person and you will request him to sit. So you will say, please take your seat. If you are not saying please, if you want to say request, then sir, I request you to take your seat. So request and please should not come, because please comes in direct form, and when we are using request, that time please should not come. So it should be, I request you to sit, or please take your seat, not I request you to please take your seat. So it is wrong. Then moving to next, he is working here since 2 years. So please keep in mind, we have to use since for the accurate period of time and for when we don't have a very clear idea of time. For example, if I say he is living in Chandrapur from 2 years, so not necessarily that exactly it is 2 years, maybe 2 years 1 month, maybe 1 year 9 months, whatever may be. So since means exact period of time. For example, he is sitting in this room since 4 o'clock. So if I say he is sitting in the room for 2 hours, so that means 2 hours means not exactly 2. So whenever we don't have a specific idea of the time, then you have to use from, for, whatever according to the sentence. Otherwise you have to use since. So we have seen some children are using since everywhere. Okay. Now sometimes what happens, we are talking in English by thinking in our mother tongue. So that also creates many errors. So sometimes people say slowly, slowly go back. So it's not correct. So we have to say go back slowly. Slowly is adverb. So go is verb, go and back. Go is verb, back is adverb, and slowly is also adverb. So saying that slowly, slowly go back, that is not correct. Go back slowly. Now moving to next. So suppose you want to say that you have 2 brothers and 2 sisters or whatever. So some people use I am having 4 brothers and 2 sisters. So it is wrong. I am having 4 brothers and 2 sisters. It is wrong. You should say I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Actually this have, it is a modal auxiliary, and have shows possession. So that time we can't use I am having. So it is wrong. So the correct usage is I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Moving to next. One sentence commonly used, he do not have a laptop. Now here do is wrong. He do not have a laptop is wrong. The correct sentence should be he does not have a laptop. Reason, because we use does with third person singular. Please listen. And we use do with the first person, that is I, second person, that is you, and plural, that means more than one. But in third person singular we have to use does. So he do not have a laptop, that is incorrect. The correct usage is he does not have a laptop. So same thing with many of the sentences. She does not have a laptop. They do not have a laptop, because they is plural. I do not have a laptop. So these are the correct things, but we should not use do with third person singular. Now moving to next. Sometimes we ask the question, does she has a car? Now, does she has a car? It is wrong. It should be, does she have a car? Okay, so that is correct. When we use does, it should be she have a car. Now, does is doing the work of showing tense, but here have is not showing any kind of tense, or have is not doing the work of auxiliary verb, because have is a modal auxiliary, and modal auxiliary it is showing possession. Like have means something I possess. So have here is playing the role of showing possession. It is not playing the role of auxiliary verb to show tense. So whenever we use does, any question like does she has, with does and all we never use has, it should be does she have a car. So next, so many times what happens when children get suppose 20 out of 20 marks, or we can say full marks. So instead of saying full marks, many of them are seen saying I got out of marks. So please listen, this is wrong way of saying. I got out of marks. It is wrong way. You have to say I got full marks. So never use such sentence I got out of marks. The correct is I got full marks. So moving to the next. Stand according to line wise. See, if you are using stand, then you should not use line wise. You have to use stand according to line, yeah? Stand line wise. Don't use stand according to line wise. It is wrong usage. So then many people while they are speaking children's, they use instead of children they use children's. Children's move there, children's come here, or people's. So please keep in mind we use children or people for plural. That means more than one child or more than one person. But if you want to use children's, you can use the word children's if you are talking about the children of the entire universe, or if you are talking about the people of the entire universe. But if you are referring to one group of children, then you have to use children. So children's, people's for everything is wrong. Then sometimes see we use some sentence like that only, she is very arrogant. That only I wanted to say. So this is wrong way. So you have to say that was what I said. So, sometimes we say that only I said. No, that was what I said. Then that only she cannot work hard. No, that was what I said. She cannot work hard. So this is a correct way. Now, I cannot cope up with this pressure. So when we are speaking, I cannot cope up with this pressure. When you are using this sentence, don't use up with cope. You have to say, I cannot cope with this pressure. Don't use cope up. Cope is verb. So up you can consider it as preposition. So already that preposition with is coming in sentence. So I cannot cope with this pressure. Don't say I cannot cope up with this pressure. Then sometime when we are coming to office by walking, we say that I came to office by walk. Listen, we use by for the means of that transport. So or the vehicle or whatever we use to travel. So here we are traveling by our leg. So you should say I came to office on foot, not by walk. I came to office on foot. So once again listen. Instead of saying I came to office by walk, you should say I came to office on foot. Then we can see many people, suppose somebody's hair has grown into got converted into white. So we should not say white hair. So for example, see the mistake is he has white hairs. First of all, white we should not say, grey. And secondly, we should not say hairs, HAIRS. We should not say hairs because hair is uncountable. So we cannot count the hair on our head. So hair is uncountable. We should say hair. He has white hair. Some people say, see your hairs, clean your hairs, cut your hairs. HAIRS. It is wrong usage. It should be HAIR. So we cannot say plural of HAIRS because it is uncountable. Yes, but sometimes we can use HAIRS. Suppose imagine one or two hairs from the head you are plucking and keeping on the table. So that is countable now. Only two hairs. Suppose you will say, I got two hairs in my food. So that is correct because only two hairs are there. So it is countable. But you cannot say you have many hairs on your head. We cannot say that, as hair is uncountable. So please don't use hairs, it should be hair. Then people say he has white hairs, so it should be grey hair. Now, many times we are generally saying don't go in the sun during the summer and all, don't go in the sun, but that is a wrong way of using. It should be don't go out in the sun. In the sun means we are not going inside the sun. Don't go out in the sun is the correct usage. Don't go in the sun, it is a wrong method of speaking. Then he asked me that why I had gone to the party. Now, actually, that is conjunction. Why also is conjunction. Whenever we change question sentence, whenever the sentence is in question form and we change into indirect, so the conjunction why, it is doing the work of subordinator. So we should not use that with why, which, where, when and all. So the correct usage will be he asked me why I had gone to the party. So if you use he asked me that why I had gone, it is wrong. So you use he asked me why I had gone to the party. So many times whenever it is raining, so many people say rain is coming, water is coming, so it is wrong. So the correct is it's raining. The correct form is it's raining. Then moving to next, many times we say today I will cut my hair. Today I will cut my hair. But please notice here cut, today I will cut my hair is a wrong usage. The correct one is I will have my hair cut today. I will have my hair cut today. So don't say today I will cut my hair. It should be I will have my hair cut today. So coming to the last error. So many people use but and although or though together. So it's not correct. So either you use although or but. And when we use although, the sentence will be complex. When we use but, the sentence will be compound. So if you use although it's raining but she went out, it's a wrong usage. So the correct one, although it was raining, she went out, or it was raining but she went out. So these are the some of errors. I have tried to highlight it. So I hope you will like it.
So friends, knowledge of grammar and vocabulary is must for speaking good English. So always keep in mind, for speaking good English, always read a standard English newspaper. And if you want to speak confidently and fluently, then always use grammatically, logically and meaningfully correct English. So finally I would say that if you want to learn some language, you have to speak that language. So a good reader is always a good speaker and a good writer. So thank you very much. I hope you will like this video.